The wake reminded you that you are nothing. You are, as it were, a piece of dirt. And that you were only alive through the help and mercy of God. Like the saint said, thou hast made us for thyself, O Lord. And our hearts are restless till they rest in thee. Be not dismayed, whatever betide, God will take care of you. His wings of love abide, God will take care of you. God will take care of you every day, all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you.
All right, cool.
God will take care of you through every day, all the way. He will take care of you. God will take care of you. The way brought the village together. It was a tradition that kept old and young, male and female, men and women, reminiscent of African traditions. It made us realize our roots. It reminded us of enslavement, of oppression. It allowed us to survive with dignity. Above all, it reminded us of the greatness of God.
Bim bum 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 bum.
What a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross, it is dearest and blessed.
So before we kick off, let me say good evening and welcome to those who inside the Zoom so far. Welcome to Crix and Cheese. We're doing another installment as we remember. Then it's all. You know, last night we had, I think, a very fruitful discussion and a nice little opportunity to hear from different folks who would have had so many different experiences with Sprung. And I anticipate that a few others will join us here this evening. And in the meantime, we enjoy a little bit of music. I think some appropriate music from the professor from Chalk that side. So we will start the chit-chat in a little bit. Tonight shouldn't be a long night because we know people have to go to work and things tomorrow, please God. Alright, so we'll kick it off in a little bit. Debbie Lee, good to have you inside. Roxy, nice seeing you again.
So I cherish that road last. I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross. I cling to the old rugged cross. Strength someday from and let's change it someday. All around. Dedicated to my father, Isaac Liverpool, who understood how great God is, who loved to put the weights, and who had the wisdom to take me all the weights in the village. For that I thank.
So we're taking a little something from Chalky as people come in and keep coming in. So once more, good evening. It's your boy Marcus, and I thought this is just my little contribution to the whole landscape. This is just one of the ways that I will choose to remember Dennis. Last evening we ended off with some folks who even volunteered that if they should come in tonight, that we're going to do a rag and shoulder, and hence my towel or my rag on my shoulder. Only to realize that this rag and on shoulder is a quite convenient tool, because with rag on shoulder you could wipe easily. If you need to dust it away, you could dust with something. One fly in the house, you know. And you know, you need to wipe your brow. So yourself looking at gear, your rag conveniently located on your shoulder, and that's just where we started this evening off. As per all evenings, and maybe tonight is a kind of open night. If anybody want to sing anything, if anybody want to, you know, pull a drum and do a drumology and do up your stuff, tonight is the night for that. And this is how we doing it. Mr. SM, only this morning I get to find out who you be. It's good that you're on the inside. Welcome. Annette, good evening, darling. You just get to call your
Good
lecturer, darling, and
evening. I am on the road, so you might hear background noises, but I'm showing off my face tonight. Marcus, you're not hearing me?
we are hearing you loud and clear, Annette.
Okay,
Good
great.
evening, good
Nice.
evening, good evening.
Hey, Stephen, what's going on?
Hi, good, I'm good, I'm good.
Nice one. Last night I saw the SM, but I didn't know who it was. But this morning it was brought to my attention who the SM is. Yeah. Good to have you on the inside.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. And I see Roxy B here. Roxy, what's going on? All good there?
Yes. Hello.
Yeah,
Yes. Are you ready, but Mr. Batis? I am here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Oh, you hear me loud and clear. I'm sorry.
Loud and clear. Well, yeah, you're kicking it off. You want to? Let's have a few others come in now.
Okay, no problem.
We'll crank it up.
Oh, okay, cool. Just tell me when you're ready, but because I'm turning off the volume here because they're singing karaoke here. So
enjoy the karaoke and well balance your balance a little bit. I will let you know.
You'll just send a message to me, cool?
Sure.
Okay, thanks. But I'm listening though.
All right, good.
Okay, bye.
Marisha, good evening and thanks for joining. So
Hi, Marcus. Good night, everyone.
Well, Marisha in the building.
Hello.
Yeah. So to all the Calypsonians, all the culture vultures, all the fans,
We're spicy tonight, boy.
I didn't see Spicy last night either.
Now where Maria?
Yeah, I need to message Maria.
Maria probably getting in character.
Maria Bola.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stephen, how
yes.
Maria planned for them last night.
Maria did what last night?
She planned for all last night.
Oh, that's after I left.
The way after you left.
Oh. Okay. So what's going on? Who's singing tonight?
Well, anybody could sing tonight, you know.
Stephen, come now, man. Bring something now, man.
Yeah. So you asked who's singing tonight and now you're delegated before you sing something.
Watch me now. I real ridiculous, you know. I am laying in my bed right now.
Me too.
Getting ready. No, the thing about it is that I am getting ready to go and shampoo my hair. And I now see you send the Zoom on the chat, Stephen. So that's it.
Well, you know, the beauty about Zoom and all them kind of thing is that people could be doing all kind of thing. You could multitask and still be inside the thing, you know.
True, of course.
You know, you could multitask and still be inside. And just remember, folks, well, we also we streaming live from Zoom onto YouTube. So people, if anybody on YouTube, other than who in Zoom, are saying good night to you. And you could always pop in and throw your comments in the live chat on YouTube or in Zoom. I know some people wouldn't want to talk. So, you know.
Marcus Sprang leave out a thing, boy. Sprang used to have his towel on his shoulder. Remember that?
Well, that's how we ended off last evening. And I'm glad that you're so observant to realize that I might be the only rag on shoulder you might see for the evening. Yeah, I think a few others.
Yeah. That's why I said Maria getting into character, because I believe Maria going to come out like Sprang tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will check back with you guys. I'm going to wash my hair and I'll come back on.
You're gonna shampoo the locks. All right, cool.
Stephen,
Boy.
You will message me when Maria come on.
All right, cool.
All right. Yeah.
Debbie, I wanted to start seeing that you would have missed the last evening or two. I would like to invite you, please, to share what experiences or our recent experience from your perspective with Sprang. Would you care to?
Go ahead, Peggy.
You kind of can you hear me? Hello, good night.
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Hi, good night, everybody. Because you put me on the spot, I guess, yeah, I might as well, right?
You can't get away from this one. Tonight is a night that you can't hide behind the thing and not say anything.
Well, I'm not putting my camera on because I'm also in bed. I'm telling everybody my business. Now you know.
That's all good.
Okay, so my experience with Mr. Hall is vast and varied. We bonks up in arts and in culture over the years multiple times, and every time he would see me, he would call me a different name. So he knows that my name, well, he knew that my name was Deborah. He knew that, but he would see me and say, hey, Dorothy, hey, Denise, hey, Desiree, until one day we bounced up by Kenny Phillips at the studio in Palm East. And I said, Mr. Hall, my name is Deborah, you know. He said, look, I say in D. What? At least you're getting the D. Take the D, right? But my most recent experience with the man was to do the Kuan Kaiso series that we did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
When he heard the idea, he heard through Zeno. And I said that he wouldn't do it. Mr. Hall probably just want to enjoy his retirement, you know, he wouldn't do it. And he sent a return email with 2 words, Ain, right? And he was committed to the thing, I think in more ways than I was, because he kept saying, and he would say this all the time, he would say, Calypso, everything we need to know about us is in Calypso, everything. And we have to use Calypso to teach, and we have to listen to Calypso so Calypso could tell us what Calypso have to say, right? Dennis and Tony are 2 of the most, I don't even want to say intelligent, 2 of the most brilliant men that I have ever known in my entire life. They could talk about any topic, anything that came up. They could talk about it with authority. They could talk on it with clarity and in a way that would never make you feel dumb. They would always talk in a way to include you into the conversation,
Right.
you know? And that's something that I really appreciated about them. So they sprang along that everybody knew. Oh, right, I could give all of this story since I hear talking about the man. So my mentor, I don't know if you know him, but his name was Dr. Louis Regis, right? Yeah. He was a teacher at Pleasantville Senior Comprehensive once upon a very long time ago. And he said he would watch Sprangalang on, well, he was called Draxi at the time, I guess, on Gael, given this quiz, this cultural quiz. So you answer the quiz and and you get, I think it was a jersey or some prize you used to get, right? You used to get something. And he said the night before, like if the show was on a Tuesday, he watched the show and Sprang asked a question. And he said, that is a real good question, you know, yes. And he said the next day, he see Sprangalang walking up the hill, coming into Pleasantville Senior. And he said, but wait, is you doing here? He said, well, I asked a question last night and I don't know the answer, so I come to ask you. Right? So to cut a long story short, Trinidad, I don't want to say Trinidad and Tobago. I want to say that the region the region and everybody in diaspora, Caribbean people in diaspora, we have lost a titan. You hear when they say a library burned down when somebody dies?
Yeah, when I agree, yeah.
We have lost a real gem that was committed to us. And I think in the coming days, the more that people talk about Mr. Hall and the experiences with Mr. Hall, people will get to find out exactly how much he was a part of, well, of us, and how much he was committed to us. Yeah. And I just wish that we gave him more of his due when he was here. So yeah, okay, I'm going to stop there.
Nice. Thanks very much, Debbie. And folks, Debbie that just spoke there is the, should I say founder, Debbie, that's the correct title. She's the person behind the 1990 project, another project that you all should go check out. I mean, because we just talk culture, we talking information, and really and truly, there are folks who doing pockets of stuff. They doing pockets of stuff, so they have information out there, and Debbie is one of the person I could say that has some stuff happening very productively, some good information. So is it YouTube? No, sorry, not YouTube, but Instagram, Debbie, and Facebook.
Sorry, hold on. Hold on, wait. Where are we? Oh, right. We're on Facebook and we're on Instagram. Sorry, we're on Instagram.
Instagram, right? The 1990 project.
Yes.
All right. So folks could go check that out. Just a few of us here for now. I know tonight might have been an interesting night, but tonight is a night that we plan to really come and sing and you know, people could come, but I guess people come in normal week time, which is sometime anytime. Technology is nice, and I'm really grateful that we here at this stage. Maybe one of the things COVID come and encourage us to be in this virtual world. So we have a gentleman who ready to perform and to do something. Roxy, you're singer ready? I feel we might as well kick it off, you know. I will drop in the chat here the link for YouTube, just in case any of you all want to share the YouTube link. So you may have folks who wouldn't be on Zoom, that they too could be part of what's happening. So I just drop it inside the chat here, so you all could take it in or cast it at TV or all the various things that you could do with YouTube. So Roxy, anytime your person ready, and tonight is a night that anybody could move. Well, we're going just till 10, so we just have an hour and a half remaining. I'm having some sorrel liquor. A friend of mine marketing some sorrel liquor. Real nice. I guess I'm in a Christmas kind of mood already.
Marcus, are you hearing me?
Yes, Annette, hearing you.
Okay, good. I really appreciate what Debbie just said about Sprang and it's a Max Academy. It's really very insightful what she said there. Really enjoyed her piece, and tell her, I'm sure she's hearing me, that the prize was a jersey. The prize, she said it was a jersey, but Sprang used to say it was a jersey. You're gonna get a jersey. Yeah, just thought I should say that. Good.
Tonight, thanks very much, Annette. What we also, or what could also happen tonight is that, let me just double check the settings, but if anybody wishes to share anything, trying to get it where all participants, I don't know if I could change this here. but all participants should be able to share allow participants to share screen. Good. So it now means that everybody has the ability to share a screen so that if you have a picture or anything that you want to share, you can. And I do have a photograph that I got from Mark Lindsay, photographer, and the photograph dates back to 19 what they call that, 81 thereabouts. So let me see if I could pull that up and be able to share the screen. I find is the photo will in itself make such a statement and say so much. Also, he has, I saw that he posted some stuff on. Right, so you should be seeing on your screen a photograph that Mark Lindsay had in his collection from 1981. And what was interesting about this photo, for me, what stood out the most is the hand gesticulation and the hand movement. I never realized that was a sprung along signature thing, but I know I could recognize or accustom seeing the hand movement many times. I mean, many times backstage, he would call me and summons me, and it's the hand. And you only know when you're looking at like some of the previous of his past videos, you will see that hand movement. And here in this photo, I think that's one of the things that jump out the most to me. Anybody else? I mean, you're all free to comment even on the photo that you're seeing there.
That is the first thing that came to my mind, the hand gesture. Because anytime he talk, it doesn't matter what it is he's saying, the hands have to talk with him.
Yeah.
Maria said she'll log on up in a bit. She just finished her session.
Right.
Of her paint session. So
all right,
she
yeah, so
log
this
on up. Yeah, so
pass, right.
yeah, she just wanna catch herself a bit and then she log on. I told her we going till 10. So
All right, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so this photo would have I on Instagram, Mark Lindsay has it posted, and he makes mention of where and how the thing does go. How to stop sharing what I share now because I'll go see all my business. Right. All right, good. Technology now, you say, look what the things you could do now.
You know? COVID came with positives, you know.
Of course.
Not just cases, but positive.
And you know, there's a kaiso right there, you know.
Yeah.
There's a kaiso right there. And it's
that.
interesting to note, we could look at that and even comment on it. And those are the things that to me, the Calypsonian would usually bob and weave within to find
Topics,
even with a given topic that everybody's singing on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the positives that came with COVID and not just the cases we're talking about, you know?
Yeah.
I like that, Stephen. Stephen, you still write, do you? Or do you write?
I do write, but I don't write for me. I'm trying to write for me now. Actually, I just finished a song. It's a kind of crossover Afrobeat something that I try and getting positive feedback. I haven't released it as yet.
Okay, nice man.
But the one or two persons I sent it to, spoke highly of the song and stuff. So
All right, good.
yeah.
Well, 6 of us here in the wake, we are card we could play. And different people will have different experiences with what a week is or used to be. I cannot recall, or I don't think weeks are anymore how it used to be.
Nah.
I don't think it's and then like a South week, different a St. Augustine week. And when I say South, a Faizabad week, I'm just trying to throw a little talk for Debbie. A Faizo week might be different to a St. Augustine week, to a Sangre Grande week, to a Manzilena week, to a Toko week. And that's where you from? To a Digo Martin week. You know? Those are different experiences.
And I guess the week depends on the person too, the character of the person. The week is aligned to that as well. If it's a jovial person, you might find real music playing where traditionally it didn't used to have that. It's just people gather, playing cards, eating Crix and cheese.
Right.
Always people gather, big DJ playing and food passing, roti, pilau, the works, you know?
You know, strange enough, like I'm not, I mean, while it's part of the thing, but like I can't see a wake with DJ and box and music playing and things. So that to me, well, but the functionality of the week, I could understand why it would be there. But if I had to choose how my own week should be, I want to box and speaker and music and all kind of thing. If people come, let them lift the voice and sing, man. Always sing all the thing you want to sing.
Yeah.
I have seen people I mean, yes, the same kind of, and you always have certain characters who just come out. Like in Grandy here, we used to have a guy, well, maybe one or two, but their function was to come and tell jokes in a week. So they were, I don't want to say they were homeless people, but they were street men. They were men who used to always be on the road. Them not pipers, but they're always on the road. And them fellas would know, you could pass and tell them who dead today, but where is our week? And they will tell you about it, have a week and call a little area. Say, what time you going? And them fellas and them inside a week with the sole purpose to tell jokes. So when them reach the week, well, of course, that would have been a way that they would have been guaranteed a little food and something hot to drink too, because things given away. And their function from the time they land is jokes. From the time they land is just jokes. Of course, those fellas and them pass on now so that you don't see that. I don't see that anymore. You know? So tonight we wanted to have some singing, and I think the timing. So Roxy, your person ready? Let me see if I can message her. I know she tell me she in her text. Yeah, so tonight people the option was open so that folks could come in and sing the song or pay tribute. I think I might really take up this rag on shoulder on stage thing, you know. You know, convenient, but I you know, this rag on shoulder ain't too bad at all. It's convenient. Of course, folks, I mean, you could feel free to share the link, share the page, let people come in. And, you know, we will talk And you could share it out. I know last night I think some folks shared this thing that I was really pleased, and again, thanks for your support, folks. You know, thanks for your continued support in this thing. Come Tuesday, please God, if I should take the opportunity to make a plug. We're seeing that we now in this virtual world, and me being in the classroom, I thought it quite appropriate for me to jump inside and start to do some virtual sessions. So for the Calypso History Month of October, I started on the 1st, which happened to be a Thursday, and every Tuesday and Thursday, I will be hosting again some little chit chat where we could, we could talk, we could exchange ideas. I will play some music, but I have 9 sessions planned out. So look out for it Tuesday and Thursday evening, some 9 p.m. Debbie Lee, thanks to you, and I say thanks to you because I think your session with the 1990 project just reminded me or propelled me into doing things like this. So I saying it with 8 or 7 other witnesses, Debbie Lee, thank you very much for stimulating that direction. So Ola could also join me online 6 to 9 on sorry, I'm saying 6 to 9 like on radio. From 9 to midnight. And we will be talking a little Kaiso. Right? The topic for this Tuesday is Calypso and the family. So you could look out for that and see, and we will be exploring the various ways in which the Calypsonian, how the Calypsonian would have approached or looked at the family. There are some interesting perspectives brought forward. Right, so Tuesday from 9 p.m., look out for that. And I will publish all the different sessions. I'm trying to get, we have somebody who volunteered to sing a little song this evening. I'm trying to get Roxy, Paige and Roxy B. Roxy B, your person ready to sing? And if so, if not, in the meantime, we could also listen, taking a little bit of music or some of the work. Last night, I think some of Dennis' work. When you look at it or you listen it, you realize that you just realize through the artist that sometimes nothing changes in Trinidad. Oh, right. You just realize sometimes that nothing changes, or it's just always the same story over and over. Multitasking is not for the faint-hearted. Annette, you reach inside? Hey, Onika, I see you there and I didn't even Onika, good evening and thanks for joining. Well, as you realize, we inside a little virtual session. People a little quiet so far tonight, but I ain't
Good night, good night.
Well,
Yeah.
with this is just our little way to a virtual week. This is our tribute, for the lack of a better term, remembering Sprang. You would have had, or you have any input, anything you want to throw in, you're all welcome to.
Well, my experience really with Sprang Along, right, aka Dennis, he was famous for me for his music. Like that's how I knew him growing up. Because I mean, I'm a millennial. So,
Right.
you know, the exposure would have been through radio and listening to him on the radio station and all of that. It was so sad the end of his passing, you know, and I really hope that the tradition and the memory and his legacy isn't forgotten. I really, really hope and pray that you know it lives on and that the younger generation would get to learn about all that he did to develop the culture in Trinidad, you know.
Nice, thanks. Well, I mean, we are now in the position to be the ones to spread that word, spread the name, you know, and I guess this is how the whole thing goes on, because to think about it, just now we will have a generation who don't know who is Sprang Along, you know?
Yeah, definitely. So I agree with you. We need to do our part and really keep it alive. Look at what was happening recently with Gaia, and Gaia is a platform for that, you know, for
Right.
local culture and all that. So I agree with you 100%.
Yep, yep. The thing is he has a lot of recorded material, so at least for him, his story is that he wouldn't just fade off or disappear that easily. You know? So we could hear his voice again just a little bit, have a little short clip here. I think I touched this one last night.
I like that then. Anything we always not to make it real. Writing a song for next year, it have 1.2 million lines. So when all you're thinking it have people to lock up, you understand what I'm saying? Hey, let's say so. I never wanted to say nothing, but you see the thing with the police, the cocaine thing. That is a frightening thing, right? A police signing cocaine with an ex-police, and somebody take it and they put it in a place where only police could go. But the police investigated to see if a police take it. That's funny. Something wrong with the soca being there. They don't know internal affairs, you know. They go lock you up me. They can't lock me up, boy. I have diabetes. You know the Constitution? Portion 181, Section 2, verse 31 says, do not lock up anybody with diabetes. I mean, there's another whole, I know, I wasn't going to say nothing, but then I find out I had diabetes, I feel. Well, I like that stuff, but always get into it. But I want to make that point clear about the police. I as a man love the police. Somebody thief by me. The first person that is called is the police. However, over the years I learned that if somebody thief by you, I take stock and then call the police. When you have a business and you do not audit it, you take stock to see if anything missing. So when they thief, I take stock to see what's missing, but I also have a paper saying what it has. When the police leave, I take stock. It's not a personal thing, but it's not all the police. Most police is Trinidadian. Most bandit is Trinidad. I am not saying that most police is bandit or vice versa, but I'm just saying it ain't looking good. You understand what I'm saying? The police are frightened bunch of people. However, the news on the radio with this 31 station, they're running out of ways of presenting the news. So we don't know what to believe. Thursday evening news say a man was found with his head battered and they find a big stone 8 feet from his body, which also bore marks of violence. I have no idea what that means. I also have no idea when they tell me the Prime Minister said we must do without these luxurious items like food, clothes, and shelter. The Prime Minister is a veteran. But I never knew certain things in biology. The last news say a man was stabbed in the vicinity of the Gasparilla flyover 3 inches from his heart. And I look up encyclopedia and I have no Gasparilla flyover 3 inches from my heart. Try on the real screen with this man.
So as we take in just a little bit of Dennis' voice, Lou, what's going on? Good evening. I see your hand up already. So like
Good evening.
like
Every everyone hearing me?
Loud.
Yeah. Right. I just want to commend Marcus first of all, and everybody else who is contributing to this moment here, going down memory lane and really trying to keep the memory of Sprung Along alive. Right. So Marcus, kudos to you. As I told Marky the other day, I grew up with Marcus. I grew up with him, and in his household, his mother and his father was always about the culture, right? The culture, the pan, kaiso, all of these things. And it's so good to see that, you would have carried this on to, on a bigger stage, and also to work along with men like Sprang Along. Interesting enough, when I grew up looking at Sprang Along, to me, he was always an educator, right? Because when Gael was a big thing in my house before the actual station itself. We had Gael, the show. And Sprang Along always had these little tidbits, sharing stuff about our culture, of our country, him and this gentleman, Maraj. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Mr. Maraj. He had a brother who used to teach at Sangre Grande Junior Sec, which is now Grande Government Secondary. So I would, yeah, that old, right? Sprung Along would have made a huge impact on my life in that regard, in truly appreciating not just the culture of my country, but really knowing my country, its history, things like slavery and the geographical areas and stuff like that. All right. So we need more people like him, right? And I just want to encourage each and every one of you. I know it's some huge shoes to fill, right? It's some huge shoes to fill. But men like Sprung Along and those who would have passed on before, we need to keep their legacy alive. We need to keep their legacy alive because, as a teacher, and I'm sure Marky could relate to this as well. And I don't know if there are any other teachers here on the chat. We realize that our children don't really know much of our culture and our country and in the way they should. Well, at least the way how I grew up knowing it. I stand corrected, right? I just want to encourage each and every one of us to keep that legacy alive. Keep that legacy alive. All right, Maki. Good job, bro.
Thanks very
Good
much.
job.
Thanks, Lulu. Now, Olive, not because she called me Marky in front of everybody, is not everybody could call me so. that name is reserved for whom my grandmother, and when my mother ready, she just called me so. Now, again, remember we just running through, we streaming live on YouTube as well. So again, and tonight is all about mixing it up. Anybody could come in, do the thing. So we have somebody ready to do a performance. Roxy B, I'll take it that way. Unmute the mic, I'm not hearing. Unmute your mic, Roxy B.
I thought you had it and you could have done it. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
It's on mute. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can. You're loud and...
Are you ready for him now?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Well, this one is the one. Baba, sweet drinking. Baba, sweet drinking. One always drinking. The big thing, the big thing. And the rook, only Baba, sweet drinking. I just want to be Baba, drinking. Bring the thing out. Baba, sweet drinking. Baba, sweet drinking. They got all that treated me so bad. It's pressure. They're legalize the way they take with money. What is the kind of time Baba for party? Baba, we when we get in, when we party, when we drink it, socializing, politicking, get back there, very trouble. Baba, we drinking, Baba, we drinking, Baba, we drinking, we can't drink it. When you're lighting, when you're betting, if you're drinking, overeating, politicking, socializing, when I'm in plenty trouble, Baba's we drinking, Baba's we drinking, just give it. Right eating, partying. So you want to jump it? Think for the back. Baba's drinking. Baba's drinking. Give it the thing. When you take the first drink of that, well, friends, you don't end up flat. Everything's on running heights. You're drinking for 40 nights. When you know everything that's Baba, you're going to hit it a lash. Give them. Baba's drinking. Tell your king and his Baba's drinking. Medicine for your soul. Be on top of the world. I don't like the tradition. I feel back. I see there as well. I'm the child. We put in our hand. But it's for you. When we light it. When we get it. Then we drink it. Party it. Socializing. Politicking. It's available. When they out of trouble. About to drinking. What's that like it? What's that like it? What's the same way? Frank love all this.
Rest in peace, Pamela.
Well, we start, you know. We start, you know. Roxy, that is it nice, doing it nice. Congratulations to your singer inside, man.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Steve Master supposed to be here, but he on your chat, so he didn't come. He blank us.
No, it's Stephen here. Stephen right here.
I know he
I
is.
did not know about this lime. I only heard it today when I went for my food. I only heard it today when I went right by that house for food today. I didn't know anything before.
Too. I heard it today too. So as I'm on one time, can I give my, well, I have plenty memories of Sprangalang, but I would just want to give one.
Sure, you know you could give all.
No, I'll give, it's too long. I used to run Upper Level, and one time, the first time Sprangalang ever came to do a performance at Upper Level, he came with this big towel and him, yeah, where the girl who ever run here? I said, me, that's me. Oh, it's you? I said, don't remember me? Yeah, from the camp, now, mass camp, and them, what and them brothers, and them, yeah. He said, where the steps, where the pastor go? How are we reaching up on that stage here? I said, right at this side here, come. So he with this big towel, and I frightened. I said, where he going with that towel? So when he reached on the stage now, as a matter of fact, the MC, I think, was Errol Fabian that day. So going up on the stage and with this big towel, and hear me now. I said, you can put the towel on the chair here. He said, no, go with the towel. I said, going up on the stage with the towel. I said, well, it's Friday evening, lime, and, people, from work and they dress up. Yeah, I go in with my towel. I said, okay, all right. As the man reaches on the stage, the place mash up. Everybody start to scream. You will swear to God, Jesus come down. If you see how he mash up that place, he ain't saying nothing yet. The man only stand up in the middle of the stage and the people was like, Span! Because they didn't see him. I walk him to the side and they didn't see him. If you saw this, people started to get on. So anyway, he gone on the stage. Of course, he started messing me up. You know the girl who is around here? She telling me I can't come up with my towel. And then at the start of, I'm feeling bad. Liam, look you up there. Look at the top there. You see here. Look she upstairs. She want me to come up, take off my towel. I watch her like, there's something wrong with the girl. But I feel shame, man. And the girl messed him up and everybody watching. I just ducked down and went in the office and sat down. When he finished, he come in the office. He said, this towel is, I had to have this towel here. When I was sweating and thing, I had to use it. And he started to tell me that thing. I said, you remember me? He said, I just tell you, I remember you. He said, you think I'm old? I remember you. And he going all around. Listen to me now. Well, that was my first experience with this man. I never knew he was so funny. And then after we became friends and I kept seeing him everywhere and everywhere he see me, he will talk to me nice and always, very, very, oh my God, that man intelligent. Clever, he know everything, oh my God. And he also have some old records that Wendell Etienne gave him to put on CDs for me, for my father. And my father dead and gone too. So Sprangalang told me, one time I saw my mask camp and I said, you remember some records when they're Etienne bought for? He said, but I remember them name and them, you got to come and look for them for yourself. I can't remember them name. Some kind of thing he bring there, old time thing, and start that mash up case and thing. Yeah, come fit now. I said, well, I don't know where living, when they will have to bring me. He said, well, let him bring you, come for the records. He said, the amount of records that had here, I will have to search through that. And I said, okay, I will come. So after last night, when they told me he will give me Susie number and we will go on, whatever. But now I don't want to harass her, But I have real nice memory with him. And next time again, I went to Calypso show in Stadium with David Rudder. And he was the MC. Listen to me. I nearly pee myself. We were backstage and this man was going on and on because his show was starting late. He said he don't like shows to start late. He said, I don't care if I have 2 people in the audience, start the show. The show had to go on. He said, whether I have 10 people or 5 people, start the show. You say 8 o'clock, start 8 o'clock. He vexed me, so he started to get on. He said, these people is mad people. He said, they can do that. They can't do that away, no. It's only Trinidadians get away with that. They want to wait until people come. If the people come to the business, the next time they're going to come early, right? And he went all around. So always telling everybody, Sprangalang say it have 2 people, it's still a show, start it. Because he said the same 2 people pay the same amount of money with the 100 people who have come here. He says, so they will lost out because they need to come early. Yeah. No matter what you tell that man, show must go on. And I admire him for that. He's very professional. All the jokes he does make, he's a man to his word. If he tell you he come in 8 o'clock, 5 to 8, Sprangalang is waiting right there by the door for you. He always on time. I love him for that. God rest his soul. I will miss him dearly. He was a darling, and his darling wife, Susie, she's too sweet. So, condolences to Susie and the family. Thank you for what you're doing, Mr. Batiste. It's wonderful. Hats off to you.
Thanks, Roxy.
Bye.
All right, thanks. Well, there you have it. And the vibes start to warm up. Always 10 past 9 already, and time does really fly when you're having fun, you know. So, but tonight, folks, we're going till 10 because tomorrow is a school day. Not that we have to iron school clothes to go to school, because these days teachers teaching in jersey and boxers. But you know, folks need to get a little
Excuse
rest.
Marcus, excuse me, Mr. Batiste. I find
Yeah.
Steve Master could very well give Spangalang a song, eh?
Yeah, I find Stephen.
Spangalang well used to like him. And see how he perform and everything. I find Stephen could get him on a little song. What you say there?
Yeah, Stephen. Stephen, come now, man. Come in, come in.
The number you have dialed is not in service.
Disrespectful, my son. Don't do that.
Oh, good. After all that that performance that Irvin just put on there.
Does not matter. Stop looking at what people do. You just do what you can do good.
Yeah. I have to think of a song. So we'll talk by the time. My favorite Sprang song is the Christmas song. Not the that Parang one he did is good. It's one of his great, but the oh gosh. Tune up. Buenos dias, alumnos. You know that one? Yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah.
is a big tune.
Compliments of
Sing
the
it.
season to you. May all your dreams come true. But right now, this is what I want you to do.
Saludos amigos, esperamos buenas semos.
This is it?
No, it's not that.
Not this one?
No. I think it's Bring the Rum for the break.
Oh, let's tune up, we going in.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, yeah. That is this one. I bring drinks. We drinking flit and all.
Yeah.
Right.
Tune up, we going in. Open. Yep.
Christmas is not Christmas if I don't hear that song.
Here we are, neighbor. Bring drinks. Bring containers, vessels. Forget the chivalry and pass me a vessel. And I want plastic glass in case it fall out my hand. Oh my Lord. Yes. Buenos dias, amigos. Compliment of the season to you. May all your dreams come true. But right now, this is what I want you to do. Bring it on for this Christmas. Bring it on for my sake. People drink a glass, people drink a drink. If you have a bottle hiding, bring it out today.
No more.
Roti and egg. Peanut butter and turkey leg. Who cooked this thing? And it's gonna keep the Lord.
And you know, it's interesting, his ad-libs really, eh? I think I see somebody commented on that yesterday.
Last night, yeah. Somebody said that last night. His ad-libs are just on point. It just, and you know, he didn't put pen to people for that. He just went in and just be sprang.
Yeah, you could. And the thing is, you know, I remember in talking to Sprang, he always really would give people credit. So, like, sometime I know he would talk about even the terms yataks. And he would talk that Stork Sentinel and them used to use that in Best Village. And where he would get this thing and roti and egg. And it's like, he was just, and more that we spoke last night. And when you look back at And it's on YouTube for those who was not wrong last night, or maybe didn't hear the whole thing. And when we listened it, Sprang was really just an observer, you know. I mean, not to make it simple what he does or did, but he was just simply a keen observer, you know. And he would report on things that he see, you know. And that's it. So he would come, all right, I pick up this here, I pick up that there. And it's that keen sense of observation that would have him on the button as that. So really and truly, by watching and seeing everybody, you know, he taught us how to laugh at ourselves. The reality is to teach us to laugh at ourselves. You have people saying bad word and can't pronounce a word, and he take it and he make a fun of it.
True.
You know? But out of everything, and again, you know, I think I really want to adopt this rag. Bali always used to be behind me on stage, and sometimes I would say it. Sometimes he used to get a little annoying, like, where your rag? He sprang along, just have a rag on his shoulder. Why you do like sprang along? And I say, Bali, let me be meaner. Let me be meaner. Every time Bali come down them steps in the Calypso tent, where your rag? And more than ever, simply just putting on this rag here now make me realize the comfort of a rag on your shoulder. So I think next carnival, whichever is the next carnival, I will make sure and have a little rag on my shoulder. You know? So Stephen, I see she gone.
She gone.
I see she gone. But again, Ali, this is how we just doing it. Tonight is just a simple night. So Stephen, you're performing where you need. I mean, I know the delay, the latency wouldn't give us the exact thing.
Yeah.
Out of the Sprang songs and thing I like, I mean, his ad-libs on the Los Wacaneros thing on point. But in terms of one of the songs, I like the Parang version, a 2-chord.
Two chord, two glorious chord. Is that?
Yeah. Now this.
This is a normal carnival party for you to enjoy or listen to this another aerobics class. But you get to free up and have a good time on your next class. Nice, sweet, groovy. And keep down your man, keep down feathers. I have a problem with down feathers. Yes, sir. There's only 2 chords, huh? I'm gonna give 1 chord, but people that tire you out. You'll be dancing the same way all the time. Gonna be pressure. This is not a chord. This chord is the best. Even if you're deaf.
B flat and F.
2 chords to wine. 2 chords to grind. 2 chords to horsey. 2 chords to donkey. 2 beautiful chords. Just for you, just for you. I could have said it better myself. I'm telling you. However, don't take no direction from nobody. Go to left and go to right, and you're lost. Now it's a good day in the party to run down your car and look for your car keys, go for a drink and so on, because this is going to be ruthless.
So actually, this would have been the soca version now.
Yeah, because this is soca is 2 chords.
Yeah. So what Sprang did with the 2 chords, and I wonder if I could find the Christmas version. 2 chords had, I think he was one of 2 people that would have had that. They do a song for Soca Parang, and then for the carnival, they come and bust the same song. Sprang has it with the 2 chords, and then Poser has one, I can't remember the name of it, but Poser has one that he sing the same song for Christmas and for carnival.
Oh, boy.
Right? Well, I wonder if I could find the Christmas version and 2 chord. Sprang along sang in the tent. I saw a video. There's a YouTube video with him singing this 2 chord in the tent. You know, so I feel I could be brave enough to go and sing in the tent now, man. The MC just sing. Yeah.
There's a different kind of singer. There was charisma with that singing.
Yeah, but
it's something only people like Sprang could do and get away with. He's like the Iowa of the whole thing.
yeah. Nobody, but you see, the thing with that is that I always afraid as the MC to come and mash up the place. Who go bring me back for Anko? I go bring back myself.
Well, yeah, that go mash up the tent more. I was bringing back myself 10 times.
Nadine, good evening and welcome to the little line. Tonight we small. Last night when I saw the numbers, it really it gave a level of comfort, you know. So I mean, there's so much that I don't have in my collection. I don't have so much. I'm missing stuff. I think I might have touched this last night. I don't know if everybody were here, but this is just something again to tickle a little bit.
Same. The stupidity is the same. On all things being equal, even after election, stupidity will remain as normal. And we want to tell people that if you have family in Trinidad, ring them and tell them vote, because in an election, especially in Trinidad, if you do not vote and somebody who you didn't like win, you go sorry that you didn't vote. If, however, you didn't vote and who you did like lost, you also go sorry you didn't vote. If, however, you do vote and who you like win or lose, it then go make no difference, it's pressure. Because in Trinidad, the election decides if you're going to take 5 more years suffering or if you're going to suffer for 5 more years. So we are ready, willing, and able to take pressure. But certain things that they're letting go in Trinidad, the flinging on we is a problem. First, to begin, we have a problem with cable. 64 channels of audio does not help Trinidad at all, because at least 63 cables of audio and have nothing to do with we. The other problem is we don't mind the program because we know it's lie, and straight-nosed people will always lie. But the problem is the advertisement, and Trinidadians believe in advertisement and we could get in trouble. And there are 2 advertisements right now that giving me pressure in Trinidad. The first one is a drug called Meridia. Now, with Meridia, we ain't sure what it's for. However, if you have certain things, you can't take it. If you have arthritis, osteoporosis, sinusitis, bleeding gums, loss of memory, hearing problem, dry skin, cracking skin, oversized navel, yeast infection, you can't take it. However, if you don't have those things and you take it, these are the side effects: running nose, swollen ankles and joints. And at the end of about 9 things where you can't take it, if you have those things, and if you didn't have that, you could take it, but it had 8 things you could get. It have a woman that's come and say, I'm ready. She could be ready to death, but don't give it, do. The other thing is a thing called Rogaine. Well, you know Rogaine. Only 3 weeks ago, I find out Rogaine does grow here. However, with Rogaine, if you take Rogaine, the side effects are serious back pain, loss of memory, a hint of Alzheimer's. You could explain to me what I with an afro being bedridden and can't go nowhere. Why go help me?
So that little taste has sprung there again. You know?
There's one that I would remember from him. A guy was heckling him in the crowd, and Sprung just went off on him, and that was the show there, you know, in years ago in Skinner Park.
That's the one that's on YouTube.
I think so. Somebody would have put it up, but I remember that one. And the guy, I don't know why, I don't know why he keep heckling Sprung, and Sprung just went to tongue on that man.
You know what was interesting, and there's like an arena for the opening of the tent. And again, people, everything does have its role and function. Eh? Hecklers and all had the role and function, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this fella in Arima, he works with the corporate, so he just set up stuff, and I realized that he would come backstage and talk to Spraning nice. And then as he go in front, he has something to tell him. He has something to tell him, and of course, that that would just
fuel.
Yeah, that will just and you know, even as a MC, that is the thing that you just want. That is where you're getting the little energy. You know?
Yeah, he went to talk. Watch me. I laugh. Say, wait.
Yeah, I think that's what you just get the energy. And really and truly, Dennis would have been in a nice time in the tent.
Yeah, because that's when tent was full.
When tent was tent.
Yeah.
And people would come out and
people came for entertainment.
Yeah. You know? So Nadine and Natalie, good evening and welcome inside. I see Nadine made reference that Dennis would have helped her mom with history homework and things. So she too is somebody. Nadine and Natalie, if you all have anything that you all want to jump in and say, this is not a lecture series. This is where everybody or anybody could jump in and say their part. You feel free to jump in and say all your part. We have half an hour to go, so don't worry about time. Stephen decided what song he's singing.
Yeah. I now see Natalie. Marsha, good night, Marsha. I'm making you out.
Oh, she get called by the correct name there.
No, Natalie's her name as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She, Marisha, myself, and another friend, we are business partners, and besides friends, we are business partners as well.
Well, yeah, look, you bring show there.
Yeah.
Hi guys, have a good night. Have a good night. I was just sharing my respect for the deceased, basically, and I got the invite from Stephen and Marisha, and I look forward to listening to what you guys have to say for the great icon. You know, so I'm listening.
Nice.
I was looking forward to see the Crix and I was looking forward to see the Crix and cheese though. Where is the Crix and cheese?
Hey. We were talking about how Trinidad has changed up so much.
Yeah, weeks really changed. Weeks really changed.
Weeks are now like weddings, right? I mean, it's full of food and lime and all these sorts of things, right? It's no, yeah. It's no longer what it is.
But do you
Yes.
have, Natalie, any actual Crix and cheese experience in weekending?
Of course, yes. I am originally from Rio Claro site, and that's country area. So in
Right.
those areas, definitely when you go to the wake, you have Crix and cheese and black coffee. Or if you wish, you have milk in your coffee if that's what you want. But yeah, you must have the Crix and cheese passing around. I think still, even though in these modern times, you still have the traditional way, right? Where you have the Crix and cheese with the bread with cheese paste and coffee and stuff. But yet they will still have the cooks and stuff as well, right? But yeah, I guess it has just evolved. I mean, when you go to the wakes in the town area, it's totally different, right? One, it finishes very early. I accustomed to the bamboo wake where they beat bamboo all night.
Right.
You know, so it's very active, it's very cultural, etc. So I grew up in culture and that type of thing. So that's what I know of. But I guess week when you go to week in the urban areas, it tend to be totally different compared to the rural areas, right? The suburbs.
Yeah, for real. I'm not too sure how much Crix they still share, but I know cheese paste sandwich for sure. Because
Yeah.
Crix get too expensive now.
Mm-hmm.
I
How much was in the
remember
Crix now?
about
Like
Hello.
150.
about 150. Yeah.
Wow. Remember when a tin of Crix was like $50, right? $50, $60 a tin
I
of Crix.
I
Yeah,
could
running for
remember
Crix. So hurricane season Crix. Everything Crix.
I could remember at Crix being, and I don't want to lie to me, I could remember Crix being $25, was 24 something,
The tin?
Yeah. As a
Yeah.
child, we used to have a tin of Crix every month. That was part of the grocery.
Yeah.
And
But look,
between sister and I, that tin of Crix used to done.
yeah. And look, what Nika's saying is, yeah, she confirmed as 150, and it really is packaged differently because I think the Crix, I saw it in the grocery last week, where the Crix, I think the tin is shorter and thicker, so
Nice.
it's broader, and compared to the long time one where it was taller and like a slender, tall kind of Crix. Now it's short and thick. Could be wrong.
The tin is the same still.
The tin is the same.
Same size. And I have this not for advertising purposes, but for rhythmic purposes. Right? So it's the same size, but
Really? I didn't expect that.
Wait now.
for,
No,
for rhythmic purposes, this is for jab purpose and thing.
the tin wasn't like slimmer
Nah, same size still.
years ago. Okay.
Well, actually, long time what you used to have, I think you used to have two size of tin. They used to have this big tin.
Mm-hmm.
This tin is about 18 inches. Yeah, this is about 18 inches tall by about 10 inches across, 10 to 12 inches across, right? But you used to have this one, but then they used to have a short or a small Crix at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the one I saw in the grocery looked short, and I went to the grocery at Barataria last week to pick up something for someone. They said that grocery has it. And I saw the Crix tin. I was like, oh, that tin short. So
Yeah, so yeah, but in terms of the packaging now, this comes with this is not it painted on the tin as opposed to that silver, that plain silver tin that you used to have.
yeah.
You know. But yeah, I have a Crix tin for rhythmic purposes. I have a couple inside actually. So now I just collect, put up as a status. Anybody have Crix tin to throw away, and then take it and collect it.
Well, Marcus, let's get a rhythm. I mean, give us something. Let's hear something.
Yeah, let me do some old school calypso or something.
Let me get a drum, man. So if we are awake, I don't know if the latency, that's the only concern. But you know, as Marsha, Natalie, I'm learning all your name from Rio Claro, did say, there are certain things when you go a week, you sort of get and to find. And for me, I think as a child who always had a musical interest, you know, you would reach a week and well, again, I used to just go for Crix and cheese, right? But then I used to always find myself by the rhythm section. I was never good with learning lyrics in songs and things. But I would always remember when you're in week, you would hear people singing, sign my name up there. Sign my name up there. Sign my name with a golden pen, a golden pen, a golden pen. Sign my name with a golden pen.
Sign my name, my dear. We need to get Marisha to join this week, Stephen.
Well, I thought all you going political day with me with the sign my name, yes? Last time I hear that was about a few months ago. I was like, okay.
People used to raise all kind of songs, you know. One by one.
Yeah.
Two by
two.
Three by three. One by one.
Two by two. Three by three.
Jesus, number.
Only song ain't good, man.
Come go to Zion with me. Come go to Zion with me.
Hey, look, Marisha, I can reach.
Bells are ringing. Happy children are singing. Children, come go to
Zion with me.
Zion with me. Children, come go to Zion with me. Zion with me. Children, come go to Zion with me. Zion with me. Zion bells are ringing. Happy children are singing. Children, come go to Zion with me. Children, walk the road. It's a long road. Children of Zion.
Yes, walk the heavenly road.
Who's that singing song? It's so beautiful.
Onika. Onika, you can catch. Don't try to mute back that mic.
Onika, you sound beautiful. Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
You're welcome. I just got a message to join. We're going on in Yes.
Yeah, there was someone. I mean, other than the Sister Bev medley, which is now kind of the favorite or the common go-to, but there were one or two particular songs that you know you must get. You must get. I used to always like the Amazing Grace, but I don't know how to call it, if it's a spiritual version. Well, when I say the spiritual version, all will be spiritual, of course, but that real Baptist version, where you have somebody saying all the lyrics before the liner come up, you know? And that one too, Onika just mentioned, I never get weary yet. Never get weary yet. And that's it. I was never good with lyrics, but I always did in rhythm section. I always looking. I can't remember ever going away and playing card. some
Let me go.
people.
Like very end. Monica,
Yes,
where?
cats.
Let me go. Let me go.
I never.
All
Okay,
right,
Rhythm.
come on, give me a key.
I never get weary at. I never get
I
weary
get weary.
at. I
I
never get
never
weary
get
praising the Lord. I never get weary at. I never get weary at. Oh no. I never get weary at. I never get weary praising the Lord. I never get weary at. Sit down, I cast it down. Sit down, I cast it down. Sit down, I cast it down. I have Jesus in my soul and I cast it down.
Marcus, where's Damien? Where's Damien? What's
Marisha,
Damien like him again? Uh-huh.
Marisha, that's sit
Yes.
down. Didn't you had a song called Sit Down? I
I
can't sit down,
can't
sit
sit
down,
down,
sit
sit down,
down,
sit
sit
down,
down,
sit
sit down.
down. I can't sit down. Boy, I can't sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. I can't sit down. Boy, Trinidad. Things real bad is like the whole place gone mad. Yes, I say patriotic hurts to the core. The love we had, something, something no more. I can't remember the song. Wait. Hey, Marcus, what did you do? What Damien?
You know, I ain't hear from Damien long. When I say I hear from him long time, let me see if he up and game to come inside.
That the drama should be the thing.
Hmm.
Onika was the next song kid pulling the meanwhile, girl.
I just remember a song I know that we always used to hear in week and thing. Song by you're gonna
What about play? Oh, go ahead.
down by the riverside.
Yes, that is the one. Down by the riverside.
Down by the riverside, leave your burdens. Down by the riverside, carry them no more. I say to carry them no more. Carry them no more. Carry them no more. I say to carry them no more. Carry them no more. Carry them no more. Leave your burdens down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. Leave your burdens down by the riverside. Carry them no more. I say to carry them no more. Carry them no more. Carry them no more. I say to carry them no more. Carry them no more. Carry them no more.
Hey, what you think about Jesus? He's alright.
What you
think about Jesus? He's dynamite. Don't try to tell me my God is dead. He woke me up this morning. Don't try to tell me he's not alive. I spoke to him today. He opened up my
blinded eyes
and set my spirit free.
Now
All I want to know about is that man from Galilee.
That man from Galilee. Ollie, I like this one too. Where brother sprang on tonight, he gone. Where brother sprang on tonight, he gone along the road. He gone with his lily white robe, he gone along the road. He gone with his lily white robe, he gone along the road. Where brother sprang on tonight, he gone along the road. He gone with his lily white robe, he gone along the road. Where brother sprang on tonight, he's gone along the road. He's gone to wear his lily white robe, he's gone along the road.
Yeah, Marisha,
I
is
like
you
the
shaking
shak.
at it? Who
No,
shaking?
me, Onika.
Monica, is you shaking that? Good shake,
Yeah.
Good shake, boy. Rhythm, boy.
Let come, bring ting, bring ting.
Bring drinks.
Just right.
Just right is Uncle Errol. That is Uncle Errol. I'm like, just right.
I
Errol
sprung like
Fabian.
just right.
Oh, yes.
You know, now it's difficult, or it will be real difficult to not copy. I mean, it's not that you will consciously, I think I consciously tried not to copy Sprang before, but at least if Marisha, just in case you ever hear me singing like Sprang on stage from now, is because it's me paying tribute to him. I'm not copying him. You know what I mean?
But Marcus, you already replicated him with that towel on your shoulder, boy.
Tonight was supposed to be
Yeah.
like people supposed to come out tonight now, but Maria had class today, so she
Yes.
was a bit tired. But we were expecting her to represent full 100. You know, she liked to come out in full costume. I show you in the Calypso. Anytime she being judged, she get full points for costume for presentation kind of thing. But she a little tired tonight, so she's not she may not join us tonight.
We should give us something again, Gail. We should like she going to sleep.
You know, she. So let me go some old time calypsos now. Let me change it up.
Yeah. Start up, Stephen.
Oh God, I didn't mean me.
I only know one.
It's me only no drawing me here, so the dryer on, so I wasn't hearing. Sorry.
Oh, we going old. We going okay. We just do the gospel part, so we going old school, old time.
Hear this.
Old time calypso.
Dryer on, so that's why I'm meeting. I can't hear you all.
Oh, okay.
We're playing there, Marcus. Let me hear.
I only know one old time calypso that I could
Well,
sing.
start it.
This girl take me for Mickey Mouse and only bringing a man in my house.
Hey!
This girl take me for Mickey Mouse and only bringing
man in my house.
Look, I don't want to break she blasted jaw. I don't want to tangle with the law. But she must have respect for me and stop the nonsense entirely. You know why? Every day is a different man. She have warming up me furniture. Introducing them as she cousin, brother-in-law she compare. So before I reach in the crazy house or the hangman cemetery, look, I want you to write all your family name on a
piece of paper
for me.
Zanderman.
All day she giving me cuckoo to eat, and the food never tasted. Yeah, man, Tanya, cook up with sausage tail, with no pieces as if I entail. And the man who she says the family, when they reach up, she uneasy. The girl catching Malcadi for she glad, and killing the biggest cock in the yard. She taking down the pot from the fire before time. But she can wait, giving me the bottom of the poultry. While putting inside the plate, I get tired and disgusted. I don't want to commit a felony. I want you to write on your family on a paper for me.
Wait.
Marcus, excuse me.
Hey.
Marcus, do you want another Zandoli live?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bring the
Bring it
Zando,
on, bring it on.
Hey. 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, the police arrest me for my own material that shouldn't be. 2 woman police arrested Tando. We are picking me arrow. I decided to make an invention. So I pack up my house with iron. The news went around, that was the case. You know, they come with a warrant searching the place. Look at trouble. 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 woman police came searching. And before I could put on my clothes, all the iron exposed.
Sing it out, brother.
When there's no in misery, you know they started questioning me. Where does some of the answer? Please answer the question. I said that it was against the law. So they told me that explanation to go. Then they put me in the area and carried me to see the female commissioner. 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 woman police came searching. And before I could put on my clothes, all the iron exposed. What a boy.
Sing it out, boy.
As soon as they take me from the Maria, among some of the commissioner, when she see me, she told she pays her time. I am all around my waist, and it's a statement to me. It was the most I've seen in this colony. So we will charge you for unlawful possession. Oh, my Lord, no pay for the iron man. Look at trouble. 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 woman police came searching. And before I could put on the clothes, all the iron exposed.
Oh yeah.
Sing it out, boy.
Well, this was a bacchanal. The following day was the trial. Then you see, woman inside the place, and this woman managed to try the case. But after the police gave evidence, she called upon me to place my defense. So she said, before I could come to a conclusion, I have to come and see the house and inspect this iron. Yeah, we have she come by with me to examine the area personally. But when she left the house, I was happy. She take all the iron and set me free. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock in the morning. 2 women police came searching. And before I could put on my clothes, all the iron exposed.
Hey!
Kaiso.
Stephen Marcel, we could see your face. You think we could see your face, Stephen Marcel?
No, thank you.
Rude.
So Roxy, I'm now watching you. You say you are one of the ward, right?
No.
Your mic off this. There's a no on your mic, Roxy.
No, I'm not a ward. I am Roxanne Brown. I used to run up a level for the wards.
Oh, for the wards.
I was the boss, but they were the owners.
Because like I hear you, since I hear you, I mean, I saw your picture last night, and I saying that lady looking familiar. I hear you speak now, and I guess somewhere I would have seen you back in the days.
Are you David's brother?
No, I'm not.
Oh, because I say I don't know you at all. I know the rest, but I don't know you.
Oh, no.
So no, Steve Martin don't want to show his face though. That's rude, eh?
I'm lying down in my bed, mother.
Your point?
Most of us not showing our faces. That's all good.
Rude. Marcus, I find we should block our faces too, yeah? And this lady here, let me see the name, I can't even see it good, I'm so blind. Something, I think is Miguel at the NRCN.
Oh, Nika?
Oh, yeah, Nika that's me. Like that.
Oh, she only put it on the mic, the camera when she whining and dancing.
Listen, I have to conduct myself in a proper manner when these people live, all right?
You're looking good just like that. You're good there.
Oh, gosh.
You're decent. Stay right there.
Yeah, of course. And then I have my daughter making noise too, so I don't want to interrupt.
Come and say good night. This is the singer boy wife,
good
Carol.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
The big chef.
Spangalang impersonator come. he will give all your next sprang along another time, another day.
You know, the thing is, to me, I see sprang along a black and red jersey just so too, no?
Look.
Oh.
This is Irvin. That's Mr. Butty.
Pleasure meeting the man. Thanks for coming in.
It's a pity more people not on this chat, you know, the memories are nice. Hey, look, Mr. Marcel showing his face. My son is actually listening. Don't cut off all, don't laugh. Oh, you have a charger for this?
Yeah. No, well, I mean, there were nights again, and last night had a nice crowd. I mean, I think, and this is really just a personal note. I think, as the world, as we would recognize, everything happens for its reasons and everything in its own time. And as I mentioned earlier, I mean, this unfortunate time is just one of the times that maybe just remind me that I need to propel myself into a certain direction. It's something I've always had in mind, but you know, it's time that we jump out and do this. 3 years ago, I graduated from UTT. And since then, I tell myself, well, you know, I always just like to play fresh. So I tell myself, you know, now that I have a master's in carnival studies, I want to create forum, let people come and we will talk about carnival and talk about calypso and talk to calypsonians. Because there are little things, even with my radio experience, that to me calypsonians need to hear. That I don't know if anybody just talk about it. I mean, a big discussion I want to have is calypso versus soca. You know, what will make one thing blossom as opposed to the other? And
what about chutney too?
and even chutney. I'm discussions
like I from all three schools, eh?
You know?
Chutney, calypso, and soca.
Yeah, so these are the things, you know, discussions like that. I mean, it might be stuff that people know, but give us a platform. But it really took COVID one, and now even with the person has sprung along for us, for me at least, to maybe jump out here a little more. And it's something that I think over time, I might be able to build our audience. You know, Zoom does allow only 100 people at a time. Who knows, there may come a time that people can't get in or you have to come in early. But so that if tonight, and I give thanks that I could start with 10, that's good. Last night we had about 30 people constant. People were in and out, but about 30 people in the room constant last night. The night before I did it, and we had just about, Marisha, you passed through that night, was about how much, 7 or 8 of us. So that, you know, I guess the secret there is to be able to constantly start to do it. So what I will tell you all is that look out for more, and I'm encouraging and I'm calling out Marisha. I hope the hair dryer ain't blocking this part. But Marisha, we are the ones to start to jump out and talk that talk. You know, and I know Annette will endorse what I'm saying here. Debbie also give me the encouragement. So just the few people who in this room here now, I mean, I'm here because of you. You know, that kind of thing. You know? So Marisha, well, the blow dryer may be still on. But Marisha, we have work to do. Debbie, I want to say thanks for being part of the thing. Nadine and Natalie, thanks for joining us. Onika girl, well, you see how it's going down.
Yeah.
You know? Stephen, well, thanks again for being around. You were here last night, tonight. We have vibes to do. I mean, you're no stranger. I mean, we might be, as they will call, bosom buddies, but you're no stranger. You know, right. You're somebody that I always knew within the art form and around. So, well, now self I know, and even if it's via a virtual world like this, we have stuff to do. You know, we have stuff to do. As I see. Oh, You just change profiles or something and seeing Carol come in.
Yeah, she changed profile. She phone died.
Yeah. Okay. You know, so
Mike, your mic, mute.
All your mic off.
Yeah.
The mic on mute. Right.
Yeah, she inside.
Her phone died. So we.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Nadine, you're in Canada. That's nice. I don't know how you would have gotten the link. But I could tell you, you could, and folks, you all could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me just put the link inside. I will just put the link inside here. And what I will be doing is every Tuesday and Thursday for the month of October. Oh, there be. All right, cool. For the month of October, I will be from 9 p.m. to midnight posting and presenting some stuff on Calypso, right? So I think I mentioned it before, but I will just throw it in now. So for those who may not be directly in my circle, again, thanks for coming and look out for more. Look out for more. We're going to start to sit down and discuss the Kaiso, talk Kaiso. At least it's just a time for me. I think, you know, one, and being the farmer that I am, when a big tree get cut down, you just have some little trees, you know, struggling to come up.
Yeah, springing up right behind.
Yeah, so I guess with the passing of that giant of a tree, you know, if I should use that analogy, it is time for me to start to shine. What do you say about that?
I say cheers to that.
Cheers. Right. So it's 10 o'clock. We started on time, and I just want to tell everybody, thanks for coming. I'm not sure if I will do this again before the week is out, but look out for, if you care or you wish to join my Tuesday session, I should have, let me see if I have the link for Tuesday. I should have I have the link for Tuesday. So I can, let me share it in the chat here now so that if you wish, you could join the discussion on Tuesday, please God. The topic is Calypso and the family.
Okay.
Calypso and the family. So we're going to get some again, it will be my style is an interactive style. So you will have to write it down, copy, paste it somewhere, save it. I think you have the ability to join the chat from now, join it so that you could remember. And maybe I will see you all Tuesday, please God. Right, as we continue to wish to the family and friends of Paralam, you know, in this time, we wish you comfort. I messaged and I spoke to Susie briefly, but there are, you know, times like now, I personally, you know, there's kind of step back because maybe when it's my turn to have somebody that close and I in my state of bereavement, I doesn't want people coming in too much and talking too much to me. And then sometimes people just come and say all kind of shippiness, you know? Like I hear people just come, I've heard it before, somebody pass away, the family they're feeling solemn, and people walk up to you and say, I am mean to ask you, but how the person dead? No, that, you know, it's like, that's the best question you could ask now. You know, them things are important. So things like that, I personally just keep my distance. And I guess the same way, I don't want people all up in my space when it's my time to grieve. You know what I mean? So folks, again, peace and love. Thanks for coming. All have a good and safe night.
Same to you and continue the good work. Yes, baby. Continue the good work. Looking forward to more.
Nice one. Thanks for sure. So let's tune in Tuesday, please God. Nadine in Canada, Nadine, I'll look into to hear from you again.
Yes.
All right, Stephen, all the best. Take it easy.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Good night,
Good night, everyone.
Thank you
Bye.
very much, Debbie Lee.
Thanks,
Marisha,
Mark.
thanks.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right. Annette, take care. Bye-bye.
It's early.